I always wanted to ask you, I says, how come you and I are friends? He said, well, I'll tell you, Johnny. He said, you'd like me if I was a janitor. He said, thank God.
One Metro Detroiter is proud to call himself Elvis's friend.
It is certainly not something that you hear about these days, but today this man is sharing his story and a very personal gift that he received from the king.
Local 4's Lauren Podell has the story of this very unique friendship.
For most of us, the closest we'll ever get to the king, Elvis Presley, is through his music. Come on, you know that sound, but for one Metro Detroit man, he not only knew Elvis, he served with him side by side in the military. And I'll let Johnny Lang pick up the story from here.
The first time I saw Elvis, I go to Fort Hood, Texas.
The year 1958, the scene a firing range during Army combat training. And Elvis Presley already had hits like this one when Johnny first laid eyes on him in the military.
Some of you, hey Johnny, guess who's on the firing range? What do I know? He says, Elvis Presley. I says, no kidding. Well, I got a little thrill just knowing that Elvis was on the field with me.
But it was on board the USS Randolph to Germany where Johnny turned from fan to friend.
So I spent 10 days with Elvis on the boat, and that's when I really got to know him, you know, as not a big movie star, but Elvis Presley as a person.
That ship is also where Elvis gave Johnny a watch as a gift. $72 back then, but today is beyond priceless.
The original tag, the original case, and the back of it's engraved to Johnny from Elvis.
Let's fast forward to Germany.
1959, Elvis threw a New Year's Eve party.
To the time Johnny met Priscilla on the dance floor.
So I'm out there dancing with Priscilla. I'm 22 years old, man. I'm doing, and she's 14, looked about 18, dancing, you know. All of a sudden, somebody turns around, taps me on the shoulder, and it's red. I says, yeah, what's going on? He said, Johnny, he said, you're going to have to quit dancing with Priscilla. I said, what's the problem? He says, Elvis doesn't want you to dance with her. I said, why? He says, I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm told. Quit dancing. Okay. Biggest rock and roll star in the world. 22 years old. Little guy. Making a big man a little nervous.
From touch football every Saturday.
There's me running with the football. Elvis goes to block. Wes Daniels misses him.
Oh, to that time Johnny saw the king in his underwear?
He comes out in his jockey shorts. So I look at him, and I goes, so this is what all the big fuss is about, eh?
To the last words he ever said to his friend Elvis.
I can't thank you for all the good times, you know, in the service, and if it hadn't been for you, the Army wouldn't have been the same.
This year, Johnny Lang turns 80. Elvis would have too. Their time together in the Army has been published in books, but Johnny says he doesn't need to write his stories down because he feels they'll forever be connected.
I loved Elvis. Not his money, not his fame, and that's what means everything to me, that I was his friend.
Reporting from Harrison Township, Lauren Podell, Local 4.